Thank you. And next, we will call on, if we can unmute, Leslie Gomez Rivera.
Starting time.
Hello, my name is Leslie Gomez Rivera. I'm a senior at Midwood High School and I live in the 37th district. I'm here to ask for your support to fund the cafeteria enhancement in all New York City middle schools and high schools. I've been a part of the New York City education system for all my life, and I've come to realize the importance of school food for growing children and education. When my father was sick and my mother would be at the hospital with him, I had to rely on school food. I would make sure to go to school early and get breakfast, and then make sure during my last period class to ask for permission to leave early to get school lunch before they closed the kitchen. I didn't want to be another burden on my mother. This opened my eyes to the importance of school food because it was accessible to me at the time that I needed it the most. My freshman year, our cafeteria was the standard normal one. It was a long white tables that were placed next to each other, and the experience with this cafeteria environment wasn't the most pleasant because it was usually crowded and unappealing. And that's how it's always been. After the cafeteria redesign, the same year we had booths where you could sit across from your friends, seats for just two people, or big tables with individual seats. And it was much more amazing to eat school lunch. The entire cafeteria was more colorful and enjoyable to just sit there. The number of people eating school lunch increased dramatically at Midwood. We are a school with over 4,000 students, so just imagine the change that all of you could create for all middle school and high schools by supporting the redesigned cafeterias. More and more children would feel better about school lunch and would overall improve the quality of education all across the board. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And next we will go to Faith Jones.
Starting time.
Hi, I'm Faith Jones. I'm currently a ninth grader at Brooklyn Technical High School and a member of Youth Food Advocates. I'm here today to ask for your support to bring cafeteria enhancements to all NYC middle and high schools. The reason why I'm bringing awareness to this issue is because I've seen many kids at my school go without lunch because they couldn't afford to bring lunch from home and didn't want to be embarrassed to be seen with school food given its reputation. That said reputation is the students' perception of the cafeteria being old and outdated, causing students to question if their cafeteria is suitable to be eating lunch in. This leads students to not eat school lunch in order to save themselves from being ridiculed by peers, resulting in countless students going hungry themselves throughout the day, which is known to have negative effects such as tiredness, low mental health, and lower grades. As of right now, there are many NYC students who aren't able to reap the benefits of universal school food, but that can change if you were to give the additional funding for cafeteria enhancements. I urge you to continue the fight for school food that the previous members of the City Council have done by passing universal free school lunch in 2017. The next step in the battle for school food justice is to bring more modern and up-to-date cafeterias to NYC students. This action is necessary to bring about positive change in the student's life, such as improved mental and physical health, better academic performance, and overall wellness. Thank you for my time.
Thank you. And our final person is Alexander Rijo-Martinez.
Starting time.
Good evening. My name is Alexander Rijo-Martinez. I am a sophomore at Central Park East High School and here as a member of Youth Food Advocates on behalf of all public school students in New York City. Today, I'm here asking for your support in aiding the enhancement of all cafeteria environments in New York City, middle and high school. As a student who has been in the ins and outs of predominantly minority institutions, I've been a witness of the detrimental effects of not eating the whole days at school. We must understand that this meal might be the only meal some students depend on, and so the best service must be provided for all students. In fact, when there is no money to support the school food program, additional problems become presented, one of them being the reputation of embarrassment it leaves on students. Because of the risks that students face on being stereotyped for eating school lunch, most students choose to avoid eating throughout a whole school day. I am one of those students. With a pandemic on our shoulders, many families have been in the midst of a financial crisis. Students who eat school lunch are labeled as a schoolie eater. Schoolie eater is a slur that has been normalized in our schools, and by providing funds to update cafeterias, you can help make this change and overthrow these negative associations. By offering renewed and improve school cafeterias where students feel comfortable eating the school food. You can support the intellectual growth of each and every student. By not investing in school cafeterias, we decrease the chances that students will eat and decrease their school performance, but most importantly, offend them. In fact, we deserve quality space to enjoy our meals rather than eating in a dull space. We want togetherness. And so I hope you will join youth food advocates in the campaign for a better school food system in New York City. Complete the universally improved
Time expired.
cafeterias. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this.
Thank you, Chair. Those are all the hands. So we've concluded the preliminary budget hearing, but while everyone